I'm your host, Michael Israel. Welcome to today's show. Thank you. And most importantly, we got to give praise to the Most High. He's worthy to be praised. I'm not going to be long-winded on this one. It's 2:42 a.m., 7/7/2020 Eastern Standard Time, wherever you are in the world. I thank you for joining today's show. If this is your first time, again, I do want to appreciate you and know that this is not an algorithm. There's something at some point in your life where you wanted information, and this is the show where you can find it. Okay? There's something, it may not be everything you need, but there is something that you can find on this show from my series of video presentations and podcasts that you will find life enriching and a blessing into you. So, again, thank you for joining. To everybody else who is, who is a regular, thank you. I've been getting tips. And I thank you all for sending in the love and sending in the, not on the mainstream news, if you will, about what's going on. And I just want to say my piece really quick. I just want to say this really quick. Also, if you have not subscribed to Spreaker, I'm not sure why not, but you can see the link below where you can find free downloads available on Spreaker.com. I don't monetize. You can get those free at your fingertips at your own time. Okay. Today's show is called Black Lives Don't Matter. And I say that because I mean that. Black lives don't matter. And if you're caught up in the sauce, you may take that phrase and you may take it that it is disrespectful to you. It ruins a part of your livelihood just to even hear the phrase that black lives don't matter. And I say that because in our Constitution, as we've talked and discussed before, it is still written, it is still there in Article 1, Section 2 of our Constitution, of the United States of America Constitution, how 3/5 of a human being is considered a black man, a black woman. 3/5 of a human being. They don't even consider us whole. They don't even consider us one true living being. Okay? And this is still in the Constitution of the United States of America. All right? So the voting may seem like it changed because you can go to the polls and you can vote, but that doesn't make a difference. It's still written, it's still on paper, it's still the law. They still treat us as such. Not just because we're living in the USA, but because we are of the children of the Most High. And we went against the Lord. And we did not heed until His ways. And I'm saying that black lives don't matter because black lives don't matter. Whenever we call ourselves black, especially publicly like we're doing now, we're considered as fools, we're considered unintelligent, and just pawns and puppets. Because we're thinking without a brain, and we're just following the sheep when we should be following the shepherd, our Lord. Okay? The Lord is our shepherd. Not the people who are marching and rioting in groups screaming Black Lives Matter. So if they deface a sign on the street, who cares? Forget black lives. Say that we are Judah. Scream that you're Judah. That Judah, the tribe of Judah lives matter. The tribe of Levi and Benjamin. Scream that. Scream that we are the chosen few, that we are the Lord's jewels. How about we scream that in the streets? How about we scream reparations? The little things that matter. And if you're still wondering if you need a mask, here's another litmus test for you. Would you allow 10 random people that you don't know into your house? Will you let the exterminator or the plumber come into your house without a mask? Let alone come into your house with their shoes on. I don't know if you like me, but if you come into the crib, you got to take the shoes off. Shoes stop at the door. That's how I do it. So let alone, if you won't let just 10 random people come into your house, like if you had a house party or something without a mask, like, then you know that wearing a mask is acceptable. Just because you don't see your neighbor or neighbors or people from work dying or passing out, just dying at the drop of a dime, doesn't mean that this isn't going on. It's happening in waves. They throwing out the 5G to cause the symptoms, and then they want you to get the test to get the virus itself. We're close to the second wave, and you still need to prepare. If you still need to catch up from spring cleaning, then you need to clean. Still get your place tip-top, get your place prepped and in order. Just as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the end times. We need to prep, we need to prepare, because that's what we need to do. Noah did it, and we need to do it. It's not because we're fear-mongering, but it's because we know what's at hand. We know that the brink of America is just about to fall anytime soon. Anytime soon. They're saying that we're running out of coins, that sooner or later you're going to have to round up your change because they won't be able to give you any coins back. They're running out of pennies. They're running out of nickels and quarters and dimes. So if the U.S. runs out of mint, then that means that the ones and fives are soon to follow. And you can kiss that Harriet Tubman out the window. That $20 bill they were talking about. I mean, would you be ever so surprised to see Harriet on the new $20 bill? If they just so happen, Black lives do matter. Let's go ahead and throw Harriet on there. She was a ploy anyways. So it really doesn't matter. You need to prepare yourselves because they're throwing away billions of gallons of milk. They're throwing away multi-billions of pounds and tons of meat, beef and chicken and fish, fruit, potatoes. They're throwing the food away because the restaurants aren't buying enough of it. They're throwing, we're not supposed to be eating it anyway, but they're throwing lobster away. They're catching so many lobster that it can't even be sold right now to the different markets where they normally sell them. So they got to throw them out. They're not even throwing them back in the water. They're throwing them out. Like the fish, the berries, the potatoes, and bananas and stuff, they're throwing the food out. Yet the dust storm hasn't even really made it to the south yet. The one that's coming from the Sahara Desert. There's going to be trillions of locusts that are coming. And when the locusts come, they're going to eat the fields. They're going to eat the grass. They're going to eat the wheat. They're going to eat the corn. They're going to eat the grains. They're going to eat the fruit, the berries, the flowers. They're going to eat everything in its path. It may be a sight to see because when they're younger, they're kind of yellow in color, and as they grow, they change color. So just the flap of their wings may look like flowers in the air, or it could even look like a black mist. But regardless, they're coming to do damage, and they are coming. Hurricane season is coming. The second wave is coming. It's better to prepare now because you know now. You can't cry and whimper when the time comes because you haven't done what you needed to do for your family and for your neighbors and for the poor people and for the widows and the orphans. Take care of yourself. Prep for yourself. When I say Black Lives Matter, I say that because you got people that are affiliates, that are in the Mason, temples and that are a part of the frats and sorors that went up the Stone Mountain in Atlanta the other day. Stone Mountain is where KKK had their first meeting, right? So they went up there, they recorded it. Some of them got on vests, a lot of them don't, but they're going there like they ain't willing to die. Like they got on equipment like it's just a showboat. They're not going there to really do what it do. They carrying guns, strapped up, all black, like they're willing to die. And they're all affiliates. They got a pass to even do that. So here's how it works, right? If you go and check out that video, go check out. I might do it. I don't know. If you check out the video, I mean, you don't even really have to like look for details like that. You just got to know, like, this is not our fight, man. They're like strapping up and saying and marching and saying Black Lives Matter. Like, who gave them the pass with AR-15s and Glocks and 1911s to go up there and march and do that? That's crazy, man. That is crazy. It's crazy. But if you look in the video, the girl at the end, she has on a skull and bones scarf. And like she's pointing it out, like she's drinking a bottle of water. And she's really putting her scarf in the forefront to let you know that it's skull and bones, that they're under the umbrella of Satan that to even do that. But then you got Ricky Smiley on the other end, and his daughter just got shot. Like, it's still sacrificial season for these celebrities. His daughter got shot. Who knows if she did or not? You know, Lord forbid, right? But I remember when, just a few months back, I was headed to school one morning, and I was listening to the Ricky Smiley morning show. In the morning show, he said something along the lines of how he hates going to funerals, you know, how you got to pick out a casket and write the program and all this stuff. He's been through that. And, you know, he was talking, you know, some real job, but he was like trying to make a joke out of it, but trying to be serious at the same time. And he said something along the lines of, if anybody do anything to my kids, ooh, I wish. He said, I wish they would do something to mine. In Hollywood, whenever you say something like that, they have to make it true. Like, if you say you don't want to do this or you're not going to do that, they're going to make a fool out of you. They're going to make you do what you said you wasn't going to do. If a man said he wasn't going to put on a dress, next thing you know, he's going to have to put on a dress. Like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart said he never was going to put on a dress. Next thing you know, he put on one. You know, they do things like that because they have control. They have the power, and they want to show you who they are and keep you in your lane. Black lives don't matter when you got these people who are faking the funk and going to Stone Mountain and trying to march for the world. They not marching for us. They marching for the elite. I can't take Ricky Smiley serious when he's talking about how his daughter got shot and she was headed to Whataburger or Waterburger, whatever it's called. What a burger? I mean, come on. He wasn't showing no remorse, no sadness. And I know everybody deals with things differently, but it don't take a rocket scientist to read between the lines. He has on his frat boy shirt. He was holding his glasses like the Masonic hold on the glasses, covering his mouth like don't tell the secrets. And I'm just when you put two and two together, you know something is not right. If your daughter got shot, you would have been there first flight at the hospital. He's saying all I can do is sit at this dinner table and wait or whatever. Yo, you're a celebrity, man. You have the means. You can get a jet. You can get in that car. Man, whatever it is. I mean, this is your daughter, you know. But That's just my piece, man. You can't put enough videos together to explain this. Like, the information is out there. From black people getting beat during protests to black people being killed. That's because of two things. One, whoever is a part of the 2/3, the Lord is going to allow them to be done away with. On the same token, whoever is a part of the 1/3, whoever is a part of the Lord's chosen, there's a select few that will be persecuted for his name's sake. But have we ever heard anybody scream out for the Lord? Have we ever heard somebody scream out for Yahweh at the brink of death during all of this? No, we haven't. Have we heard anybody in the streets crying out to the Lord? No, we haven't. Because it's all about these stupid statues that we can care less about. It's all about this so-called group therapy that the world is using as a smokescreen to open up different agendas. It's more so than Black lives. It's about pride and transgenders all coming together for the New World Order. It's not even about the group anymore. It's about all lives matter. Now, that's what it's about. I'm not with none of it. I'm not with none of it. I stand with the Lord. I stand in truth. Anybody who's with that is my brother, is my sister. And I just say all this to say this, yo. Don't be caught up in the mix, getting upset if you see people spray painting, over Black Lives Matter, and wearing the shirts, and I mean, corporations are being a part of it. Starbucks are allowing their workers to wear the shirts now, and it's just so much, man. It's just so much. If it really mattered, give us cut the check. Cut the check if it really matters. Though money will never pay. Though the monetary system will never pay. But it'll do some good pleasure during this time. If they could pump out trillions to America for those who are being evicted, for those who are having mortgage crisis, for those who are unemployed, if they can cough up that much for so little time, it's nothing to sign write a quick check, deposit the money. Yeah, we'll take the money if they're giving it. But the money will never amount to what was done. You will go into slavery just like we did. That's just scripture. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. And the only who can escape this are those who are in the truth and love the Lord and who want to do right. If that's not happening, those who are outside of the quote-unquote black race will be into captivity. That includes the Africans who sold us. Africans and Judah are two different things. It was two totally different tribes. Just like American could tell who an African is, and African can tell who the tribe of Judah is. You could look in the soul, you could look in the eyes, their head, the way they talk, everything. It's just so much that we could tell. Just like a Japanese could tell the difference between Japanese and Chinese, and vice versa. And how a Thai person can tell the difference between a Philippine and Chinese and all that other stuff. We know who the tribe of Judah is, black people. We can tell who is ours, who is family. And the Spirit knows the truth also. This is a rough cut show. I really wasn't planning on doing one today, but I just wanted to say my quick piece. I'm working on some things for you. Things have just been things, and you know how that goes. Stay tuned for the next. Just know that black lives in this world don't matter until they call us for who we are, and that's Judah.